Hey everyone, David Hill here. So there's a question I get pretty often, and I thought it'd make for a good informative video to share with you guys. And that question is just when talking with people about what we do and what we teach people to do, a lot of times people have the question of, well, can I do it? Do I have the capacity to take on and do what you do? Because in our program, we basically give people everything they need to know to be able to put together the types of land deals that we do. And as you probably know from our previous videos, that the land deals, our average return on our land deals is in that six-figure range. It's typically in the mid six figures, and it does actually creep up into the seven figures sometimes. But just call an average of mid six-figure returns. And people will see that and they'll think, okay, I love the idea of making that kind of money, but can I do it? Do I have the capacity to replicate what David and Cody do? And it's a difficult question to answer, obviously. It's not just something where I'm going to get on there and tell you, yes, you absolutely can do it. Anyone, I think, that just tells you flat out that you can do it without knowing who you are, you just don't want to be talking to them. Because everyone's different, right? And there are those that are made for certain things and those that are not. And so when it comes down to what we do, I think that probably the number one trait of someone who is able to do what we do, and it's pretty common sense stuff here, is someone who has that entrepreneurial spirit. I think that's just the number one thing. And being an entrepreneur, if you are a true entrepreneur, you will have a lot of sub-traits that kind of come along with that category. Things like being coachable. Entrepreneurs are always hungry to learn. Being decisive. Entrepreneurs are able to assess the situation and make a quick decision. Is it always the right decision? No, it's not, but they're able to make a decision and move forward, as opposed to those who get in that state of just constant having to think about it and analysis paralysis. Coachable, decisive. I think creativity is a huge part of it as well, and it's something that we look for in our participants. Real estate deals, whether it be in land or in homes or fix and flips or multifamily, whatever category you're looking at, creativity plays a large role in a lot of deals, because the guy that can get creative and get around barriers is the guy that is going to succeed. So those are three traits I think come along commonly with entrepreneurs. Now, I do think there is kind of a category of people out there that just frankly are not suited for what we do and what we teach. And I would say that, first of all, there are the guys out there, the people out there that fancy themselves as entrepreneurs, but really at the end of the day, they're not. They don't have an appetite for any kind of risk. They don't have an appetite for learning new things. They really are not a decisive breed of people. I think they tell themselves they are, and they aspire to that, but when it comes down to it, in their nature, it's just not who they are. And I really honestly don't think that type of person is a good fit for what we do, nor is that person probably a good fit for a lot of real estate investing strategies. I also think that there are people out there that are kind of falling that category of get rich quick and easy. And we talk about this a lot, but our program, and no program that I know of, no strategy that I know of, no blueprint that I know of in the real estate world falls into the category of get rich quick and easy. Now, I do think there are strategies for getting rich, and I do think there are strategies for building wealth at a quicker rate than the average job can get you. I think that in our methods, in our strategies, making deals, putting together deals where you can make 5 to 7 figure returns, those are pretty big jumps for a lot of people in terms of the wealth that they have and building that wealth. So those are big jumps. But at the end of the day, those big jumps require work. They require someone who is diligent, someone who is motivated, someone who is determined. And I think there are people out there who want these things. They want that get rich thing, and they might even tell themselves that they don't need to get rich quick, but they forget that it's get rich quick and easy, right? And that easiness is, I think, what makes a lot of people stumble. At least some people. There's a category of people that just, when it comes down to it, are not they're either not capable, or they just don't have the drive to put the work into getting the results. And it's not just unique to our method, really just anything in real estate and really anything that you do in life where it requires work to get results. There are just some people out there that just aren't willing to do that. And I think another category of people is, the people that need a corporate culture. They really thrive off of that corporate culture, and they for them, they might secretly think that they hate having a cubicle and a 9-to-5 and a commute and the meetings and having a manager kind of rule over them. But at the end of the day, I think that's, for some people, that's just what they need. Even if they don't like it, it's what they need. Some people just do not thrive in a situation where they are dependent on themselves and solely on themselves. They like having someone direct them and someone hold them accountable, and they like having the water cooler discussions and having colleagues that they can relate with on a day-to-day basis. And so those people, oftentimes they might go for something with more of an entrepreneurial flair, but at the end of the day, they struggle with it because oftentimes I think it's just they're not fulfilled by it. It's just not a fulfilling thing for them. So the question is, can I do what you do? And no really good straight answer, but I can tell you this, that when we get on the phone with folks, you watch our presentation video and then you schedule a call with us, we get on the phone with you, and that's what we figure out. That's what we dive into. We dive into who you are. We dive into what's working for you right now, what's not working for you, what are the challenges that you're seeing in terms of reaching your goals. And we get, to be honest, we get pretty personal. We really kind of dive deep into what makes you tick and what you're after. And our sole purpose for that is to determine if you are a good fit for our program or not. And I think one of the good things about what we do is that we will absolutely tell you if you're not. We'll just be straight up with you. We'll let you know, hey, it's just not a good fit, and we might steer you in a different direction, might give you some advice on where you could go. And we do it all the time. We do it every day. We get folks on the phone, and for one reason or another, we determine that they just aren't a good fit for what we do, and we let them know. And that's a good thing. We don't bring people on just because they just want to come on. They want to come on board. We make sure they're a good fit. We want to create success stories, and we don't want people coming in with the belief that we don't think they can do it, and we don't want to create failure stories, right? And so you can rest assured in that if you are interested in what we do, if you're interested in putting together land deals and seeing some of those 5, 6, and 7-figure returns, all you need to do is watch that presentation video, and if it's something that resonates with you, you can book a call with us, and we'll spend about 45 minutes to an hour with you, and we'll dive kind of deep with you, so you've got to be prepared for that. But we're going to figure out who you are, what makes you tick, and what you're after. And if it's a great fit, awesome, we will let you know, and we will invite you into the program. And if not, not a big deal. It's just not a big deal. It's just a simple free phone call. So if that's something you're interested in, definitely check us out. The address for that is vestrite.com/action, and that will take you to our registration page, and you put in your name and email address, and you watch our presentation video, and then afterwards you can book a call with us. All right, guys, so I will end it here today. Hopefully that gave you some information, or at least some food for thought in terms of what it takes to be successful at what we do. And we'll catch you in the next one. All right, take care.